don't know why.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's my pencil. Yeah. I'm moving the camera.
Got you. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here once again. Another Monday evening. Not the experts. I am Titus. That is Levi. Levi, how you feeling?
I'm Gucci. How about you?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. Living life. Having a nice day. How was your weekend, bro? Was it chill?
Oh, yeah, I had a pretty good weekend. I went to a buddy's engagement party and
Nice.
got a little litty over there. Swam in the pool with my blue jeans, so it was cool.
Oh, you did one of those. It was one of those situations.
Yeah, I didn't have my swimming attire with me, and I didn't get the memo, so I went blue jeans.
Just did what you had to do, huh?
Yeah, I did. How about you?
Oh, man, it was cool. Well, I guess my dad had was yesterday pretty much. I didn't do much of anything except for go to church. I have to get off work and go to church and then not watch the game because I woke up late. I watched the game on the TNT replay at 1 a.m.
Nice.
Yeah, I caught the TNT replay, so that works.
Yeah, those.
Because my plan was, I said, I'm gonna get some sleep and I'll wake up in time for the game. And it was like 11:30, and I was like, oh, well, missed that.
Yeah,
missed the game. Oh well, guess I'll just stay. Guess I'll just get up and do something else. But yeah, I caught the 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. replay on TNT, which means man, I watched Chris Middleton turn into prime Michael Jordan in the fourth quarter, whatever that was.
Yeah, Chris Middleton had his Chris Middleton game. That's out of the way now. But
once he has one, he kind of says this is the rest of the series, though.
Does he,
go
though?
back down.
Didn't he have a Chris Middleton game?
I feel like he stayed pretty solid in that series after game 1 and 2. Game 1 and 2, he was terrible, and then he kind of figured out how to play basketball again.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, I feel.
That's just Chris Middleton, though. He'll have one big game for you when you really need it late. It won't be a full game. He'll just score a lot of points in the fourth quarter. I think he scored like 20, 21, something like that.
Something like that. I thought he had 24 going into the fourth, and he finished 38. So, like.
Oh, so yeah, 14 in the fourth, maybe.
Yeah. 14, 16, something like that. Yeah. He was cooking. He's fun to watch when he's actually, like, doing his thing, though. It's super weird. Like, when Chris Middleton is, like, on, it's actually enjoyable basketball. It's just when he's not on. You know what it is? What it really is watching their offense in general is just painful. That's the real crux of it.
Yeah.
Like when their offense is just not good, it's just painful to watch them play basketball.
Yeah,
it's genuinely
they just revert to iso ball and 3-point shooting.
They're a special bunch, but I mean, you know, double team basketball might make the finals.
Maybe.
Are you feeling confident that the Hawks are going to win this series?
I mean,
because nothing Atlanta fans are better at than irrational confidence, despite their entire history of failure as a franchise, as a city.
Yeah, and I have very much enjoyed being that guy for this postseason. It's really fun being that guy when you're not that guy. So, I mean, when we got killed in game 2, that just made me think Hawks in 5 because that gave us enough fuel. So, but now Hawks in 6. I mean, was that my original pick? I think. Sticking to it.
I had Hawks in 6, and you tweeted that I didn't have Hawks in 6, and that made me hate the Hawks even more.
Yeah, my bad.
That made me hate the Hawks.
I really forgot.
That happened. Yeah, it's cool. It's made me hate the Hawks even more than once that happened. I was reminded of the time that I told Falcons fans that they were going to make the Super Bowl, and then Falcons fans made the Super Bowl, and then came to me and said, "Oh yeah, what you got to say now?" Like I said, you'd make the Super Bowl. Why are you talking to me? I literally told you were gonna. I told you specifically. I thought y'all were going to win to the Super Bowl unless y'all did some Falcon stuff, and now you're coming at me as if I didn't say that. And then that made me hate the Falcons even more. See, my hate is rooted because people treat me as if I'm their enemy when I'm just a truth teller.
Well, I mean, yeah, we're used to you just hating, bro.
I be telling.
I was just used to you hating on the Hogs. So
I'm an objective hater. It's different. My hate is like I can be an irrational hater, but I'm typically objective with it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty objective. Like if I think you're gonna win, I'll say you're gonna win. You know, that's how I operate. You just gotta understand both sides of it. You know, I'm a nuanced human being. I deserve credit.
Yeah, credit to you for the
nuanceability. So yeah, Trae Young took his injury last night. That was
off the ref.
Yeah.
If you think he didn't have a hit list already of referees, he's definitely got one now.
I mean, they're his best friends.
Yeah.
It was like a Et tu, Brute situation. Got betrayed by his right hand man. His right hand man betrayed.
Yeah.
What are your overall thoughts been on this series though? From both teams overall.
I think the Hawks are competing well. Pretty much with the Hawks on their side, it's just pretty much like the story of the whole series is, are they hitting or not? And then two, they really also turnovers have been the big thing. So, I mean, game 2, we got killed mainly because of turnovers and then points off turnovers. The Milwaukee Bucks are best when they're in the fast break offense. And so when you're hitting more shots and making them slow down and come up the court and run a play or something, or go in the ISO mode, that's when it's best. So we did that pretty well for the most part, game 1 and game 3. But it's going to be pretty much that. We got to hit the open shots, and we got to limit transitions. And for the Bucks, it's keep Giannis driving. I mean, that's all they got to do. Just keep Giannis driving.
I mean, he's kind of doing good at it, though.
Yeah, of him driving. Yeah, cooking. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Keep him.
Oh, you said for the Bucks. Driving. I'm sorry. You said for the Bucks.
For the
Bucks.
Sorry.
I thought you said something about the Hawks. My bad.
No, for the Bucks. Yeah, my analysis is simple. As long as Giannis is driving, they're going to be fine.
I feel like Giannis is doing playing some really ridiculously good basketball, and people, I'm not talking about you necessarily, people aren't trying to give it the credit it deserves. Giannis has been on a tear since that Nets series. Yeah. Like, he's been going kind of crazy, and I feel like people are just waiting for him to mess up again or something. I don't know, but Giannis has been going kind of crazy these playoffs, and it seems like it's not really getting the credit it deserves.
Yeah, I mean, I think that usually happens though when, we've all forgotten about Giannis pretty much since COVID happened, because everybody was telling the Bucks they had the best regular season almost in history, or on pace with it, and we all had the Bucks going all the way. Giannis won MVP, correct? So
he's got 2 MVPs.
Yeah, but as soon as we had that break and bubble ball wasn't even a thing yet, we just all forgot about the Bucks. And once they crumbled in the bubble, I think everybody kind of thought, oh yeah, that's why we don't invest a lot of interest or media around them, because they're just going to crumble and fail. But that's usually what happens though. The teams who get built up and then they crumble in front of everybody, and then the media kind of disappears, that's when they kind of come back and sneak up on you.
Yeah, for sure. It does seem like this is like a year where your window, I feel like this is a bunch of teams right now whose window, well, a couple teams whose window is basically just this year, especially in the East, because I feel like the Nets, if healthy, which is of course a question mark, if healthy, are going to be a better team next season. And so I feel like everybody better get it in now, get it in while they can.
Yeah, you have
and
to.
It does kind of feel like a natural progression for the Bucks, right? Maybe they were a little ahead of schedule last year.
Maybe.
No, they flamed out, and then this year, the Drew Holiday edition, the
PJ Tucker. But he was there edition. Last year, wasn't he?
No, he wasn't. They added him this year, yeah. Because remember, everybody named everything Houston blew up this year.
Yeah.
So those additions, and this being a year older, year wiser, I feel like it's kind of coming together for them right now in the right time, in spite of their coach being their coach.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with him. I still don't know what to do with Bud. I really don't. I don't know what to think about Bud. Yeah, let's go to the other series. Clippers and Suns are actually playing right now. The Suns, when given a chance to close out a series, have done it every time. Like last 2 rounds, pretty much. Like when it's time to get the series over with, they decide that it's over. I don't feel like that's going to change. I feel like the Clippers just run out of gas. Honestly, they've had to play a lot of games. in a lot of days.
Yeah.
It's some very difficult series. I think they're gonna run out of gas. They're up right now, but I feel like that's the we don't want to go home yet. Gas that fades pretty early.
Yeah,
I think the Suns close
and
out
it's kind of an older roster, isn't it? It seems like it is, but you're having to rely on Reggie Jackson to keep getting you at least 20 points a game, and Terrence Mann getting you in that ballpark, and all these other role players like Marcus Morris, Sarge, some of those guys, which that's
Beverly.
Suns, but Beverly, Zubac. So yeah, I mean, it's not the best thing to rely on, but
they have having that kind of depth is nice when you don't have to rely on it as much as they have to right now, right?
Yeah.
Like when you have your Paul George and your Kawhi healthy and they're able to play off each other, which they don't do that well, but like they're able to play off each other and you have all that depth, is a really nice addition. When you just have one of them and none of that and just the depth, it looks a little different. But especially against a team like the Suns, right? The Suns they just know what they're doing. They just got it together right now. So let's look ahead to a potential Suns in NBA Finals, Levi. How do you think the Suns match up against either the Bucks or the Hawks?
I mean, they match up. They match up really well with both teams. They have a look. I mean, I've got the Suns right now. They got to win the finals. I mean, because you got Jay Crowder, who was kind of the Giannis killer last year for the Heat, and then you had DeAndre Ayton backing him up on the post, and he's a lot stronger of a defender than Clint Capella is. I mean, he's just like a little bit better around player than Clint Capella is.
He's better at everything.
Exactly. So, I mean, he's the player, like, if we plugged in DeAndre Ayton, if we subbed out Capella and put in DeAndre Ayton, I would definitely have the Hawks taking the Bucks, because I think that's where our weakest point is right now, is at the rim, playing consistently there. So I think that, I mean, top to bottom, they match up really well with both teams.
To the Hawks, I actually think missing Hunter and Reddish kind of hurts too, because you don't have any wings that can bother. Yeah, he can even like attempt to bother Middleton. The only thing that can bother Middleton is Middleton's own brain. Yeah, apparently at this point.
Which I'll give it to him that we would be a lot better off with DeAndre Hunter guarding him. But at the same time, like, Kevin Huerter's not playing bad defense on Chris Middleton. Most of the time, Chris Middleton is just making like really good shots.
Yeah, it's just having that wing versatility helps a lot.
Yeah,
because Hunter's, But I think the Suns. I think
Mikal Bridges is a great matchup with Chris Middleton.
Bridges is a good matchup. I like the Suns roster, but for some reason my mind still can't compute the Suns as NBA champions. Like, my mind can't register that aspect of basketball, and it can't put it together, like, in my brain. For some reason.
So the Bucks or Hawks make more sense.
The Bucks, yeah. If the Hawks make the finals, all bets are off at this point. I mean, I already picked to win the series. So if they make the finals, all bets are off. It's something beyond me at that point, beyond all realm of understanding. So I feel like the Bucks are an instant matchup, because I would like to see how Ayton looks in that series. I got my DeAndre mixed right there. I would like to see how Ayton matches up with Giannis. It'd be a different test than anything he's faced in the West right now, because he faced hobbled. He faced AD, and AD was kind of cooking before AD got hurt, but he was cooking offensively as well. Then he did face Jokic, but Jokic was by himself. Jokic was going crazy. He was doing what he did. Jokic was going crazy. And in this series, he's playing Zubac and
Cousins,
DeMarcus Cousins, and Patrick Patterson. And Marcus Morris. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would be a different type of test for everybody involved. It's a really interesting series.
Ayton wouldn't be playing him one-on-one at the perimeter, though. That's Jay Crowder.
I think Giannis destroys Jay Crowder. Like, Jay Crowder, I know Jay Crowder was with the Heat last year, but I feel like that was a combination of everybody on the Heat being in a different realm. Like, the Crowder, Butler, Adebayo thing is different than what it is in Phoenix, right? Like, that was a different type of defensive squad.
It is, but I think they play really good team defense, though. The Suns.
I think they do, but
aren't they one of the best defenses?
Probably in the playoffs for sure. I just think that the threats are different for the Bucks this year too. With Holiday, that changes things. Holiday can be shooting terrible. He's still gonna throw him up there. You still have to worry about him. Whereas last year, you know what's crazy for the Bucks? They missing a whole starter. They've been missing the whole starter since the first round, and they're still here. I mean, DiVincenzo got hurt. He was a starter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he got hurt, and they've been plugging him with Pat Connaughton and Brent Forbes and those guys, and like they're still here rolling. That's pretty impressive.
Well, I mean,
I do think
it's not that impressive to me because we've had Cam Reddish out and DeAndre Hunter out this whole time.
No, why can they both be impressive? Did you consider that?
I would say Hawks is more impressive. I wouldn't say
it is because the Bucks had to beat the Nets and you had to beat the Sixers. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. That's fair. You could just let me say it was impressive without having to do your Fox Sports undisputed routine on it. You could just let me just have that. We wouldn't be here right now.
All right. I'm sorry, Shannon.
Had to get your Hawks plug in there for some reason. This is why I do the things I do. This is why. This is the example. But yeah, I just can't mentally compute the Suns winning a championship. Especially after when I think about the Suns, I think about that old lady going to that hearing and talking about how cheap their owner is. Remember that? That's what I think about. I think of the Suns. That wasn't that long ago. So it's hard for me to compute that this turning into Robert Sarver being NBA champion guy. I can't register that right now. So I would have to lean the Bucks, even though I think it would be a good matchup though. A very unexpected and weird matchup, but it'd be a good matchup. I'll look forward to it. So we can. Is there anything else we need to cover with these playoff series?
Suns were early 7th in points allowed, and Bucks were 22nd in points allowed.
How's that sorted? Which way is that sorted?
Oh well, the least amount. So yeah, Suns were top 10 in defense this year. Yeah, and the Bucks once again they tried to do a lot of everything on defense. They weren't looking for I think they were probably top 10 both last year, but this year they were kind of looking at rolling out different rotations in the regular season, trying to figure out different things that they wanted to do going forward. I do think they're scary when they're locked in defensively. So I have a question, Levi. I just came up with this. Okay.
Early Finals MVP prediction.
Chris Paul.
I feel like Chris Paul is going to shoot himself out of a game trying to get it. For sure. For sure going to shoot himself out of a game. Mr. I'm not supposed to be here, even though I was Mr. Carolina in high school and was a 5-star recruit and the number 2 point guard in the nation.
Yeah. Always been doubted.
Always doubted Chris Paul. Yes. Never believed in him. Believed in him.
Never.
I think
that's why I went to Wake Forest.
I think so on the JV. He played JV 2 years thing or whatever. Like, okay, Chris.
Nice.
But you became a 5-star, Chris.
Yeah.
Like so yeah, like
you can't say people were doubting you when you were a 5-star.
That's what I'm saying. That it goes away, bro. You have to stop at some point. So yeah, I think honestly, if the Suns are the only team that's going to be in the finals right now, so I'm going to lean towards them. They're the only team I think is going to be in the finals as of tonight. Honestly, I might have to say I might go Ayton. I really might go Ayton.
I like it because that is the difference maker. That is the X factor right there.
For sure. He's hit another level in these playoffs too.
Yeah.
He really has. I got to give him the credit for that. I know I was just kind of dismissing it a little bit, but he's been very consistent on both sides of the ball this playoff run. So the next thing for the Suns is, what do you do with Chris Paul after this season? Because we all know Chris Paul is like a 1 year. It's cool. Year 2, it's like, all right, shut up talking to me.
I think the Suns are different though. I think they like and respect him too much, and I think they feel like they need him way too much to let go of him. Didn't DeAndre Ayton say he owes like his career to Chris Paul or something like that?
He said the best thing that happened in his career is what he said.
Oh, okay.
Basically. Yeah.
And I think Devin Booker has said something similar to that. I don't know. He's always had high praise.
They love Chris Paul right now, but I was listening to the Athletic Basketball Buzz show this morning, and they were talking about how Chris Paul's such a control freak that they have to face on him as soon as the game is over. And I'm like, that's a good point. And they were like, if they become champions, are they gonna be tired of hearing the Chris Paul thing? They be over it.
So I do believe that if you win the championship, you've gotten everything you need out of Chris Paul. Go ahead and recycle him before, he becomes a liability.
Right. You're right. Because I think Chris Paul knows himself at this point, right? Chris Paul might want to leave himself. He might be like, all right, let me go see who I can go next with this project.
Exactly.
Next, we young whippersnappers I can whip into shape. I can show the way. I can show the path of the point guard. Because my time is up here. I've done my job. But
do you think Do you think Brad Stevens would make a move for Chris Paul? That'd be a great move for Boston.
I wouldn't be surprised, actually. It wouldn't surprise me at all. I wonder how they'd pull it off. Financial wise, because I think they're kind of they're kind of over the cap a little. I think it might be under it now, but I don't know how under it they are. I think some salaries match, but I wouldn't be surprised by that.
Yeah.
Ime Udoka was kind of going at Brad Stevens a little bit. Ime Udoka's in an awkward situation. Like, what are you going to do differently? And the guy who you're going to do something differently is the coach.
Your boss.
The former coach. Yeah, your boss. Because he was
your direct superior.
Yeah. He was like, yeah, I'm sorry, Brad, but we were like 24th in assists last year. I want to be higher than that. So.
Yeah. Wow. You know what? We're not giving out grades yet, but I got to throw him like he might get the public's rating for that one, because that is such I'm so glad somebody has the foresight to see that. I mean, terrible passing team last year.
They were top 10 They were top 10 the year before that. Last 2 years before that.
Well, this year it was terrible.
This year it didn't work. This year,
it was like watching Milwaukee Bucks offense. ISO ball. Chuck threes. And
I wonder again how much all their injuries and lost time had to do with that too, because the chemistry was probably hard to figure out. But we'll get to that in a little bit. But the Suns, man, it's like a magical year for them, and they better figure it out, because a certain team is possibly getting one of their star players back next year, and they also have 2 draft picks. They can a top 10 draft pick they can play with, and a pick from last year they can kind of move package with that to move. Yeah, so they'll be back next year. The Lakers might be healthy next year and better. So get it in while you can. Go get your ring while you can, please, please. And I would love to see Monty Williams win a championship. I'm not gonna lie, Monty Williams win a championship would be dope. I wouldn't mind seeing it. It'd be exciting.
Shout out, much respect. I forgot. I definitely got to take the Suns. I forgot they were my pick in these whole playoff picks because of Kobe, Chili's, Pam, and Devin Booker. So yeah.
What did Pam have to do with it?
I said just like God was in Chili's with Pam.
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant is with Devin Booker in these playoffs.
Yeah. He got the mask too. That mask looked terrible.
Yeah.
Going from no mask to having to wear a mask makes you look bad. I don't know. Like, Rip Hamilton never looked bad in a mask. If I always seen him in a mask. Like, when you don't have a mask and you got to wear the mask, it just looks weird. Like, your face it just looks bad on you. But so Phoenix in the finals most likely. Where do Clippers go from here?
Is there speculation Kawhi wants out?
There's speculation he's angry he's upset with the medical staff. Which
that's right.
We're probably inferring things from what happened last time he was upset with the medical staff.
Yeah.
I don't think he's moving though, bro. I don't think he's leaving because I think he likes LA too much. Well, he likes San Diego too much.
Yeah.
I should say. And I don't think he feels like leaving.
What if that's the move? What if he convinces Ballmer to move the team to San Diego? Yeah.
I mean, that's what they should do anyway, realistically.
They should get away from LA.
Yeah, you're never gonna, no matter what, you're never gonna own LA.
No.
You're not own your arena. You barely own the arena. Like, if they would have played the Lakers, it would have been 7 road games. If they would have played the Lakers in the playoffs, it would have been a 7-game road series. So I don't even know why they would even. Yeah, just get out. Get out.
Yeah.
San Diego needs some kind of sports franchise.
They got baseball.
Oh, they got the Padres. That's right.
Yeah.
So like I said, they need some type of sports franchise.
They got a good baseball team though.
The Padres are dope. They got Fernando Tatis, right? That's where he plays.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
they got him. And Manny Machado. That's right. Yeah, they got dudes. They got some dudes over there. So I think that's all we got for these playoff series so far. Right? You got anything else?
No. I mean, next game's gonna be pretty hard to win. With Trae Young's definitely going to play, but it'll be interesting.
Yeah, Nate says about how much more damage he can do or whatever, and he'll find out he'll make a decision tomorrow night.
Yeah.
The other thing that hurts is that Bogdan is injured as well. That's
a huge that's a huge injury for us because his shooting percentage has been absolutely atrocious.
It's just the injury. I gotta say, I think in botching the Bogdan situation so badly, the Bucks kind of did the NBA a favor. Because I ain't gonna lie, a Holiday, Bogdanovich, Middleton, Giannis lineup.
That would have been nasty, bro.
Oh my God.
That would have been nasty.
I was thinking, like, you're subbing out the PJ Tucker stand in the corner minutes to have Bogdanovich on the court. And that's that's a terrifying situation. Mm-hmm. It really is. So, yeah, they kind of did the league favor. We'd have a super team in Milwaukee, like a fake super team in Milwaukee. Who wants that? No disrespect.
No, because nobody.
Sure, Milwaukee is a beautiful place, I guess. I don't know. I guess. Sure. Yeah. Milwaukee.
The Deer District.
Lovely. Yeah, the Deer District. That's right. I'm sorry. No one does that better than Toronto's thing. Jurassic Park is still the best.
Yeah, Jurassic Park is cool.
Jurassic Park is lit for sure. And it has a good name. Deer District just sounds like something that happened in an apocalypse. And it's like,
yeah, I mean, it'd be a lot cooler if they actually had like some deer out there with them, just
yeah, like
everybody getting turned.
This straight up sounds like an apocalyptic game. And that's where like all the deer, you have to, when they take you there as a tour, to learn how to hunt, you have to go to Deer District and hunt a bunch of deer to gather supplies, even though you're never going to hunt again in the video game. I got flashbacks.
It's the part of Manhattan where Will Smith goes and hunts, and
exactly. Deer District. So some coaching changes got made, Levi. A few coaching changes got made. I want to say Portland for last. I feel like that can lead to a longer discussion about Dame.
Okay.
So where do you want to start? We want to start in Boston. Start in Boston and work our way east.
Yeah.
West, fun. I guess. Work our way west because Boston is far east. Ime Udoka. You want to tell the people how you learned about Udoka? Do you want to reveal that or no?
I learned of Ime Udoka when he flashed up on my screen while I was playing NBA 2K, and somehow he had become my new head coach at the Knicks. And I had no idea who that guy was. I thought they just it was a randomly generated person that they just made. And then I saw the ESPN notification a few weeks later about Ime Udoka being hired to the Celtics. I was like, that's who that guy is.
Yes.
I didn't know he was a real guy.
I remember Udoka vaguely as a player. It's probably because of like NBA Live back in the day. Because I can't think of any Ime Udoka plays I've seen. I'm sure I've heard his name before, but I knew he was a real person. I'm like, he coaches now. That's cool. Mm-hmm. And then when you text me that, I had to question myself. I'm like, wait, he did play, right? And he did for sure. He played for the Spurs. I'm like, okay, cool. So yeah, he's been an assistant for a while, and it's a new hire. So I rarely ever slander the new hire guys. Like I always see some new blood, some fresh blood out there, or fresh face. So I hope it goes well for Boston. And making moves. I hope he can deal with Brad Stevens being his superior. Hopefully that works. The former coach being, so I have anything bad to say about the hire. We'll see how it goes for them. I think it's going to be, they're in a weird spot, but I think they need to get just a direction basically, right? Just figure out what the direction is going to be. I'm sure
you got to find an identity. Yes.
Exactly. Yeah. I feel like it's going to be a brand new team basically by next year because they're going to make a lot of moves. I'm not sure Mark Smart's still going to be there. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure. I think Tatum and Brown will for sure be there. I'm not sure what around them is going to be left because they got to get some depth on that team. They don't have any. Mm-hmm. That was a real issue. Even beyond the injuries and stuff, they had no depth on that roster at all, and they really got to get some of that. So I don't mind the hire. I think it's a solid hire. Oh, what's that? Indiana? Is that where we're going next?
Yeah, Rick Carlisle.
Rick Carlisle could have had basically, I feel like he could have had any job he wanted except for Dallas, right? And he chose the Pacers, which is a very interesting decision.
I think he was trying to prove a point. This is how much I don't want to work under you, Mark Cuban. I'll go to Indiana.
Back to Indiana, because he's been there before. This is the redo. Yeah. Choosing the Pacers. Choosing Indiana for anything is just strange to me, unless you're like a 3-star football recruit. To be honest. it's just a weird move. I don't know what to think about this because I don't feel like, I mean, the Pacers are who they are, which is a team that's going to lose in the first round of the playoffs. Mm-hmm. That is their destiny. That is their permanent spot. That is a spot that they hold near and dear to their hearts. So I don't really see what this does for them. I feel like main thing. Well, I guess they're probably scared from going in the different direction because of how bad the Bjorken thing went. Because that seemed to be a disaster. So I don't really have an opinion on this. I don't think it does anything for them. I feel like Carlisle's a coach for a team on the verge of a championship. The Pacers are on the verge of anything. Literally nothing. They're gonna wear those terrible hickory fictional uniforms that they love so much. What town loves a fictional story that much that you make a jersey for it?
It's all they have, bro. That's all they have.
They're so gross. Like, it's just ugly.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
It's that and some freaking bike movie or cycling movie I had to watch one time for a sports writing class.
Ew.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, we didn't even watch Hoosiers, bro. We watched a freaking cycling movie.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
I am so sorry. Yeah, I don't see how do you feel about this hire?
I think it's appropriate because Rick Carlisle very much fits the blue collar mold, in my opinion, and I think that's just what he is. So went back home to Indiana. I mean, I don't even know, I don't even know what to make of Rick Carlisle really as a coach, because I don't really remember his Indiana days. I really just remember Dallas, and Dallas has always had a solid roster. They've always had solid players going from Dirk to Luka. I don't know what to make of it. He'll be straight. He'll get TJ Warren in shape, I guess. I don't know. Who else they got there?
TJ Warren, Miles Turner.
No.
No. Oladipo's in Miami. Well, he's nowhere now.
Oh, yeah. Sabonis. I forgot about DeMontis. Yeah. Sabonis.
Yeah.
You know what? It's a great hire, man, because that's what it is. They think he'll turn Sabonis into the next Dirk.
I mean, Sabonis has been pretty good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
he's been a solid player. Him and Turner turned out to be a pretty good duo. I remember people trying to get Miles Turner out there.
I think, too.
Yeah, I think he was. Carlisle is I think he's a good. Oh, his name is Richard Preston, by the way.
I
go by Rick too. Carlisle is.
Ricky
I feel like he's a good. I feel like he's a good coach, but he also rubs specifically point guards the wrong way. Him and point guards have very good relations. Like, him and Kid didn't get along for a little bit when he was there. We all know how the Rondo situation went. I don't think you can control a control freak, and he tried to control freak Rondo. Now, he did adapt to Luka because he let Luka have a lot more freedom than he normally would have let people have freedom, So yeah, I think he's a good coach, but the Pacers also just had issues with the team. Team just didn't like the last coach, so I don't know if bringing in another guy who seems to be abrasive is gonna fix that. Because he went from, well, maybe because he has a ring, he's more experienced, they might listen to him more.
Yeah, but I was about to say they probably got more respect for him.
Yeah, that's fair. So yeah, I mean, good luck to them in their future 7 or 8 seed.
Also, isn't Indiana's like starting point guard TJ McConnell?
I have no idea who the starting point guard is, honestly. I watched the same game of Indiana this year. I wish I knew.
I was about to say, yeah, I mean, if Rick Carlisle is going to get, big dogged by TJ McConnell out here, then he needs to just quit. What? Then
that's a great point. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's a really good point. I want to find their last game so I can see what the starting point guard was. Here we go. I had to go back to the play-in. Who was starting? Oh, no, they got Malcolm Brogdon. I'm sorry. I forgot about him. I'm being disrespectful.
Oh, man.
They do have Malcolm Brogdon.
That's a very solid team, man. Okay, so
it's a cute roster.
Why they fire him.
It's a cute roster that's going nowhere, though.
I think there's potential there. I really like Malcolm Brogdon and
I do too.
Sabonis.
I like their pieces. I don't like their pieces together.
Yeah.
In India, it might just be the Indiana thing because I just don't see. I mean, I don't see any future contention in there in with that squad right now.
Yeah, I mean, we're forever cursed by Roy Hibbert and all those guys.
Those 2 years of Roy Hibbert were the most confusing things ever. Those 2 years of Roy Hibbert being a great center was so confusing to people. And see, for me, I never fell for it. I understood what was going on. I'm like, oh no, this is. I'm like, listen, y'all. This is specifically a Miami thing. He's just bothering them. Yeah. This is not a real. Don't buy into this. And then Le Batard was out here questioning whether you would rather have him or Tim Duncan at one point. That was.
Yeah.
That's one of the best. That's one of the best. One of the best worst takes. I love when they play that one. When he's like, really, you'd rather have Tim Duncan. That's one of the best. That's one of the best ones. I love when they go back and play that, because it got crazy around Roy Hibbert at that time. It got real crazy. That was a wild franchise, man. Lance Stevens was blowing LeBron's ear, and people were loving him. Like, yeah, he's so annoying. There's nothing better than getting a bag for being the annoying guy around LeBron. It's a good. I
remember the year Lance Stevenson popped off. His rating in 2K was like a 58.
Was it?
Yeah.
I like when that happens, because then you got to go.
Because I'd seen the name before.
Right.
Yeah. It was like when everybody first discovered Lance Stevenson when he was going off. And I was like, I've seen this name before. And I went back to the 2K ratings, and sitting there with the 58.
That's hilarious. So, that's the Pacers. We got to keep moving. We got to go down south, I guess. Down to good old Texas.
Texas. Jason Kidd.
Do people know something we don't? Look, I remember Jason Kidd being a terrible head coach.
Well, that's apparently the players apparently know something that we don't, and apparently this was a destination hire, which I don't get that analysis. I really don't understand the hullabaloo around it, but
hullabaloo. Yeah, I like that. That hullabaloo.
But didn't Dame isn't he the reason why Terry Stotts was in Portland for so long? Weren't they trying to get rid of him earlier? And then Dame.
That's something that I had heard. I had heard that Dame had saved Terry Stotts' job before. Dame and CJ had saved Terry Stotts' job before. Yeah.
So I'm just questioning some of these players' judgments.
Honestly, though, everybody don't need to be the GM. All right, there's only one the GM. And he didn't even get to pick his coach. He did pick Frank Vogel. They got Frank Vogel without him and won a championship with it. And he respected the hire from jump. You know what I'm saying? Now he does love Jason Kidd as well, because he was happy to hire. He loved Jason Kidd as well. Because I remember people thought Jason Kidd was going to take that job because LeBron loved him so much. And then Vogel was like, "You didn't get my job. What you thought this was? I'm here for the long haul, buddy."
The only good thing Jason Kidd ever did was get a $50,000 fine for intentionally spilling his sweet tea. He wasn't even drinking water, bro.
Genius play.
Who's drinking iced tea on the sidelines?
It's a genius play.
And my man's was halfway out on the court too.
He was
yelling at me.
He didn't even. That was the funny part. He didn't even settle. He didn't do it subtly enough. He was like, you would clearly see on camera, bump into me. Like, no, you gotta hide it better than that, bro. Come on, man. You gotta plan that before it. I love that play though. Yeah. If it was the playoffs, I would have loved that play so much. Hey, man, you do what you had to do in the playoffs, bro. It's a playoff time. Yeah. He did in the middle of the regular season. He wasted that move in the middle of the regular season. Come on, dog.
Next time, that's something you need to practice and have, some lingo for, or some hand gesture for. So tap the head.
Exactly.
Then they never come bump you.
I guess that's how I felt. I guess because it seems sometimes we as fans get perceptions that aren't perceptions of the people inside. So on this one, I'll just defer to them. Maybe they know what they're doing. Mm-hmm. Now, the history of Dallas lately and the stories that have come out about them tends to lead me to believe they don't know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, they're going to get Luka to sign his big extension this offseason because no one's turned down $200 million in that first extension. Like, he's not turning that down. I don't blame him either. I don't blame him. The first extension after your rookie deal, I get why you signed it, right? It's like your first chance at big money. You don't want to risk anything going wrong. You don't get the payday at all.
What is that, 2 years?
First big payday. It's a 5-year. I think Luka's eligible for the Supermax, so it's going to be a 5-year deal.
Okay.
Like 5 years, $200 million. Straight off the rookie deal.
So nobody can match that?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, yeah. Only your team can offer you the Supermax if you sign where it's I think 30% less, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, because of the fact that I think it's that they were trying to do that because they wanted people to stay home. And then players veteran players like, I don't need that money. I already got my first big deal.
Yeah.
I don't care. So,
I mean, I don't know how to grade it because I can see Luka doing two things. I can see him, who denies a supermax. And I think you're more right on that. But also I can see Luka already getting legacy hungry. And maybe he can see, all right, yeah, maybe he can win a ring with Dallas, but one ring in 5 years or the possibility to go win multiple rings in 5 years.
And you already done the NBA goes now. You signed the deal. You play 2 years. You got 3 years left. You'd be like, hey, man, get me out of here.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. He does have that power. So you're right. Yeah. Contracts don't mean much anymore.
Right. Everything is tradable.
Yeah.
Russ's untradeable contract got traded.
Yeah.
Everything is tradable, dog. Yeah. It's all possible. Ben Simmons is going to test the theory this offseason, I believe. Now we're going to really test the theory. We're going to really see how far we can go with this. But yeah. I don't like the hire and dislike the hire. They also hired a front office guy. Some Nike dude, Nico Manning, I think is his name, to be in the front office.
Okay.
I guess. See, this is the deeper play. Hiring the shoe guy is the deeper play because we all know shoe companies run the league low key, Levi.
Yeah.
The shoe companies run the league. So you hire the shoe guy with all the connects, and maybe that was with free agents. Maybe you get free agents come to Dallas, which Mark Cuban hasn't been able to do yet. So maybe you get a big name to come down there and play with Luka because you got this connection to the shoe dude. We'll see what happens there. I'm not sure, sold on it, but we'll see what happens. So I guess we can.
Mark Cuban's doing everything but moving from Dallas in order to make that place a destination team.
Right. He's gonna try it.
That man will somehow get a new law into place and hire however many workers he needs to in order to bring a beachfront to Dallas. Like he will chop off half the state of Texas.
Anything
and
he
make
can do,
destination spot.
Anything he can do, he's gonna do it. He's gonna figure it out. Him and Jerry Jones is just having beef over the situation, like drawing state line, drawing city line. Like this is my side. This is
Dallas
the beach.
Dallas is going to become the new Amsterdam of the West. Everything's legal here.
Texas already halfway there anyway. You know?
Yeah,
let's go the rest of the way.
Except for the drugs.
Yeah, they don't. Drugs. Yeah, you got to figure that part out.
Prostitution.
You got to figure that part out because they don't play. Because the homie Alex Caruso got caught up in Texas. You see that?
Yeah, in College Station.
Yeah, he was in College Station. Oh, he went to school down there, right? Yeah,
apparently his dad did too. Like his dad was
that tracks.
Yeah, Texas A&M legend too. Yeah. So your name is a legacy of the town and college, and you still get arrested.
Texas does not care, bro.
No, they don't.
That's what killed me. I'm like, okay, because I saw it. And I'm like, wait, you tried to sneak the weed in the airport in Texas, bro? Mm-hmm. Texas, you like you ain't get executed. Honestly. You really lucky they ain't cool to call the fire squad on you. At that point, like, what are you doing? You got to know your location, dog.
Throw you over the border.
Like, you got to know your location, bro. You was bugging. Yeah. Don't do nothing in Texas at all. I don't even want to drive in Texas. And I don't even have nothing with a water bottle, a regular water bottle. My car going to be empty if I ever drive in Texas. There's going to be nothing. The trunk going to be halfway open and everything. Like, I'm not playing with y'all. It's Texas. I want to bring nothing to Texas but my body and the clothes I have on. I'll buy new clothes when I get there. Not playing with Texas. I want no bags. Man tried to get at the airport and say he's out of his mind. But yeah, so we can keep moving. Is Portland next? Portland's next, right?
Yeah.
Levi. Dame gone.
Mm.
And this is not a knock on Chauncey Billups. I do want to ask. Do you know about the controversy that's going on with Chauncey Billups' hire, right?
Yeah.
Had you ever heard about that at any point in your life?
No, man. They've been saving this in their back pocket, bro. Like, I haven't heard about this until his name came up in like possible hiring positions. Yeah. Dude.
So I was the Athletic podcast. Jay King, the Boston beat writer, is in Boston. He's in Boston. That's where Chauncey went to school, I think. He had never heard of this. He had never heard of this case. He didn't know because Chauncey was in Boston. He didn't know about this case. Zach Harp said he just heard about it like a few weeks, like probably earlier this summer for the first time ever. I haven't heard anyone who knew about this before this year, which is really weird because Chauncey's been in a lot of jobs. He's been in a lot of jobs. He's been on TV, on the sideline in multiple places, and this just came out. It's super, super weird. And if you don't know, it's an out of court settled rape case. The files were,
this was like the early 2000s, wasn't it?
97.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, even earlier than that. Yeah. It's a sexual assault. I want to say, I can't remember sexual assault or rape, but I mean, they're both awful, but I just want to make sure I just want to put both out there just in case. I'm trying to be as on point as possible with this. But yeah, it was a settled case out of court, which never looks good. Of course, when you settle those out of court, they never look. It doesn't make anyone look specifically like innocent or anything. But he's never had to answer questions on it. And now you're in Portland, where the citizens of Portland ain't really about that.
No,
they're really not about that at all.
No.
So, and Neil O'Shea, the GM, is out here like, hey man, he's just being quiet, and Dame's out here having to answer questions for it. The whole GM is out here like, they want to blame Dame for it. I'm gonna stay over here quiet. I'm gonna stay right over here. I'm gonna let my star player take all responsibility for this, which is that's how you keep the relationship together right there. That's that's how you keep your.
Why didn't he shovel the questions off to CJ? He's already on the out the door anyways. I don't know, man. Ask CJ next.
It's weird because Dame responded to a random person on Twitter about it who was like trying to say it was his fault, and it kind of blew up again. Yeah, that's how it's happened. Because Dame was like, I didn't know anything about that. Dame literally said, I wasn't reading the paper when I was 8 years old. I don't know anything about this story. I'm sorry. Yeah. What's the fair response? Because no one knew about the story. Yeah. No one knew about it. Because there's no way you go this long without having to ask questions about it. But now Sean's going to have to ask questions about it. And it's going to get weird. The press conference is tomorrow where they're announcing this. It's going to be a very awkward situation. Honestly, if I'm Chauncey, bro, I don't even think I'm taking this job. If I'm Chauncey. With this over my head, like you're coming into you're walking into a house, right? It's like, okay, this is my example. I just came up with Levi. Check this out. It's like you in between places to stay. You want to get on your own, and your friend is in a toxic relationship, right? And you go move in with him because he's like, yo, come stay with us. We good. And you go stay with him for a little bit, but they sleeping in separate rooms. It's real passive aggressive energy in the house. You don't ever feel comfortable. That's the kind of house Chauncey's going into right now. Like at some point, it's gonna be a blow up, and you just gonna be there in the middle of it with a 5-year contract, stuck coaching a team you didn't expect. It's gonna be you and Kristaps Porzingis, and wherever Dame goes. I don't feel like, and you're gonna have that, and not only that, you're gonna have a fan base who already doesn't really like you, you know, because of this situation. And I'm not saying they're wrong for that, because honestly, it's a weird situation. It's a really potentially gross situation. I understand that. I do get there. I understand the sentiments there. But also, apparently, the owner of the Trailblazers also had some other stuff, some weird stuff too. Jody, I don't know her last name. I forgot her last name. I knew her earlier today.
Was the lady?
Yeah. She has some weird stuff going on with her. Some weird.
Jody High Roller.
That'd be a good name. I think if I was rich, I would change my last name to High Roller for sure.
Isn't that like, I think that's Riff Raff's one of his many nicknames.
That makes sense, actually.
Jody High Roller.
That actually makes sense. Jody Allen, that's right. Yeah, Jody Allen. I knew that.
She be raping people too or something?
She was apparently, I think the story was she made male employees she was flirting with employees and made them do weird things for her. So she's not necessarily squeaky clean either.
Yeah.
So the whole organization's kind of gross right now. The whole organization's in a gross spot right now. So I don't know what they got going on. I wish them I'm not gonna say I wish them the best. I don't care about the Trailblazers that much. But it's a messy situation up there, and Dame is frustrated. This doesn't seem to appease him. Them leaving him out to dry for sure is not gonna help appease him at all. Like this was his decision when it really wasn't, from what I heard. They gave him a list of candidates. He didn't give them the list. They gave him a list of candidates and asked him who he would be interested in. And he responded with, I think he said he wanted somebody with like a basketball minded coach, like probably somebody, a former player type situation, which is makes sense. So he was into that. But trying to make it seem like he specifically chose Chauncey Billups or whatever, and that really wasn't the case. He just listened. He made the names. Now Portland did something interesting today, Levi. Well, I don't say Portland did it. Someone did something interesting today where they leaked because Becky. It was down to Becky Hammon and Chauncey Billups, and you're in the city of Portland, and you went with the guy with a case, and you couldn't hire the first female head coach in basketball. Now, interesting story came out today that Portland was all in on Becky Hammon, but then when they called the Spurs, they didn't like what they heard about her day-to-day jobs. I don't know why Portland would be interested in leaking that. I mean, surely they had no ulterior motive in leaking that. No one in Portland would want to get ahead of that, right? There's no nothing in there. This organization is a mess, bro. This is a disaster.
Yeah, it is.
And now you probably made Greg Popovich mad today because that story came out. So now Greg's gonna hate you. Mm-hmm. Greg's comment. If Greg hears about that, his comment's gonna be great. I'm excited for Greg's comments. They're gonna be so good.
Oh yeah, very snappy.
Yeah. So I'm here for that. What do you think about this Portland situation, man?
Mainly when I saw Chauncey getting hired, which I know the Jason Kidd news had already come out, but I was kind of disappointed that Mark Cuban just didn't lean into this and go with hiring Chauncey Billups, because that's kind of the route I was hoping he was going to take. I really think it was just a substitution of, hey, we really don't want Jason Kidd. We get it, Dame, though. You want a point guard from the late 90s, early 2000s. We got you. Chauncey Billups. How does that sound? That's pretty much all I think about it.
I'm sorry. I need you to filibuster a little long because I was trying to read something. I was trying to read the Jody Allen thing, and I get with the ad blocker. You using the ad blocker. Log in. I'm like, dang it. I was trying to get this story.
Well, Chauncey Billups was a good on the court floor general, but I mean, this is his first coaching experience, isn't it?
No, he's an assistant. He's an assistant. He's been assistant in a couple places, but he's an assistant with the Clippers right now. It's weird because he was on TV for a while, and he was rumored for front office jobs, and he was rumored for coaching jobs, and now he's an assistant. But yeah, so he did go up a little bit through the pipeline. Okay, here we go. Jody Allen apparently was sexually harassing security officers, and she tried to smuggle giraffe bones out of Botswana one time. That's just rich people behavior. It said most of the bodyguards settled out of court with the company because Paul apparently, I think, so she was Paul Allen's sister. They owned it to get another Seahawks guy.
Oh yeah.
So they owned the company, and he fired her after the claims came out. He got his own sister out of there. So yeah. Whoa. A former security guard to Paul Allen. This is from a story in 2015 about this because their company is called Vulcan that they own, and that's what. Oh,
Vulcan Gas Company.
Oh, is that what it is? That makes sense.
VULK.
Yeah, VULKCAN. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So apparently, a former guard said that I'd rather get shot than work for Vulcan. Shot at than work for Vulcan. That's how bad it was. Jesus. So Jody Allen was out here wilding, basically.
Well, let's see. Vulcan is. I'm sorry. I thought it would have had the.
What kind of company it was?
Yeah, I see. I thought it was gas because you hear Joe Rogan talk about it in Austin. One of the places they have is the Vulcan Gas Company, but that might be spelled differently.
Okay, yeah.
This is a Vulcan Materials Company.
Oh, okay. Here we go. All right. In depositions, ex-Vulcan bodyguards, mostly former members of elite military units or law enforcement agencies, claim Jody Allen smuggled animal bones out of Africa and Antarctica. Several said that Jody Allen bought the men skimpy jumpsuits and had them model for her, flirted relentlessly with several bodyguards, and punished them when she was rebuffed. So she was extremely out of pocket. Mm-hmm. Extremely out of pocket. So everything about Portland is gross. The owners, from the ownership down to this. So with that, knowing that, hiring. No, I'm not gonna say that. I won't say that. Ooh, I almost did it, but I don't want to do that, Levi. Anyway, everybody's really gross in this situation. No one's squeaky clean. Want to make that known. But yeah, man, I think the Dame seems to be on edge. Chris Haynes got a story today about Dame being kind of over it. And if Chris Haynes is telling you stuff about Dame, then it's probably true. Because Chris Haynes doesn't really burn bridges. Chris Haynes is tight with players, it seems, and they all seem to trust him. And if he's putting it out there, that means it's definitely some smoke where that fire is. So where Dame going?
Where did I have him going last time? I feel like I had a pretty good spot. I can't remember.
I actually forget. How do you think people are going to take this? Okay, so Dame can't go to like a super team, right? He has to go somewhere that's kind of on edge, but not there.
Yeah.
Right. Basically.
Yeah, that's where I had him going. I can't remember. It was
the Knicks? You have once in the Knicks?
Oh, maybe bringing the Knicks back. Maybe.
Yeah. You have knowing that?
Maybe. That sounds possible. Yeah.
He has to go somewhere where then they trade. He has to do the Kevin Garnett where you go there and then they trade with somebody else as well. Even though Kevin Garnett and Ray Allen were in contact the whole time. But he's got to coordinate it with somebody else who can get traded to the same place. Because he can't go join a super team. Well, he can because he's a grown man and do what he wants. And I wouldn't care if he did. But with all the comments and lines he has made about being built different. Being built different and want to do it on his own. And Levi, I think I probably told this to you. I don't want to say I've said it on the podcast, but I know I've said this to other people. All that sounds good until you realize you are stuck going nowhere. Mm-hmm. He is stuck going nowhere in Portland. Yeah. All that loyalty sounds good, but what's loyalty getting you? What's it getting you, Dame? How long are you gonna be frustrated? Because that's my thing with Dame, bro. I think I probably said it to you. I felt bad for Dame, but I didn't feel bad for Dame because this is literally what he asked for. Like you want this is your destiny, bro. This is the destiny you choose when you choose to be I'm gonna be super loyal no matter what guy. This is the path you draw out for yourself where you will be stuck, not necessarily getting through, hoping you break through once. This is what you get when you do that. So now he's kind of realizing that, dang, this sucks. This is terrible. Like, yeah, Dame, welcome to the club, bro. So he kind of does have to go somewhere and build his own thing, right?
Yeah. His story is kind of similar to Russell Westbrook's when it came to staying loyal to OKC. And then he finally came to his senses, said, get me out of here.
Right. Even Kevin Durant at the same time. Because Durant was like, everybody wanted to go join people. I'm going to go do my own. I want to do it myself.
And then goes to Golden State. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, hey, all this loyalty is kind of trash. Never mind. No, I get it. So I think guys you got to kind of come to that realization at a certain point. Dame has finally gotten there, it seems. Dallas is a good spot. Yeah. It's a good spot. I can't lie. I don't know who they're guarding necessarily. Although Luka's not a terrible defender. He's not terrible. He's okay. Dame is a terrible defender, though. That's just without doubt. But he does so much offensively that I don't really, he's such a plus on offense that it's like, okay, you just got to build around that, Yeah. Dallas, I like that. Philly's a good spot. Is an Embiid Dame duo a championship team, though?
I think that is.
Maybe I'm thinking too much. Maybe I'm overthinking.
How do you stop that?
Embiid gets hurt.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
that's like really. You're right. That's about the only thing, though. Yeah, that's about the only thing. So that probably, I'm probably overthinking that one a little bit. That probably is a championship duo. LA's of course is. LeBron, AD, and Dame is just that's over with.
Did you see Dame going to Chicago?
I wouldn't hate that. He wouldn't win anything.
Yeah. But I can see him like
trying to go do his thing there. Yeah. Well, I feel like Levine might be in the trade, right? Or would they just do a salary dump?
That or like, you could throw a Kobe White in there and some other guys, and you can keep Levine.
It depends on what Portland would want, I guess. Right? Yeah. Like what direction, how badly they want to tank.
But that would be pretty decent though, because you would have Dame, Levine, Vucevic in there. So
hold on, get my sound.
Is it right, Vucevic?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I guess about where Dame wants to go. Boston's not a bad fit either.
No, but, I don't know.
And Danny Ainge isn't in charge anymore, so you're probably having to get rid of Tatum or Brown, one of them at least.
Oh, you said Boston.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you think for some reason, I thought you said Hawks, and I was like, how does Trae Young and Damian Lillard work together?
No. Speaking of that, and this is random, but in 2K, I was doing, you know how people be signing up teams, people in my league, and it don't make sense when you do like the my league thing. John Morant signed with the Hawks, and then Trae Young re-signed with the Hawks. I'm like,
wow.
So y'all just gonna not stop anybody. Understood? Yeah. Understood. Yeah. They didn't make the playoffs.
Wow.
They didn't make the playoffs. It was a weird team. It's very strange lineup. I'm like, see, this is not logical at all. You're supposed to be better than this. Yeah. So I like that. I mean, Miami's a good fit. Miami's a very good fit. But I feel like, although I think me and teammates, well, no, Damian is as bad as Jimmy. Damian's probably a good teammate. I feel like, I think Dame and Jimmy's a good duo because when Jimmy cusses you out, Dame, I like pull you to the side and be like, hey, it's cool. Just keep your head up, bro. Like, you know you are. I feel like Dame would give you a good guy speech, whereas Jimmy will just berate you relentlessly. So I think that could work. It'd be a good cop, bad cop situation. Unless you really mess up and they're both yelling at you. Yeah.
But I think Miami is one of the most doable too, because they have the assets to trade. Like if Portland isn't looking for future stuff and they want somebody now, you can get a Tyler Hero, a Duncan Robinson out of it. Yeah.
Now, you know what spot that I thought of recently? Who went for this last time a guy was up. We had a disgruntled player.
Who was
Toronto. Toronto, and they got the 4th pick to play with. If they can somehow manage to keep Fred and if Portland just wants that pick and you just got to throw some stuff in there to make salaries match and you're able to keep maybe Siakam and you get Dame, I don't hate that. I don't hate that for Toronto. And I trust Masai can build a team. I think Masai can put the championship roster around there. Fred Nurse, is it Fred Nurse? His name's not Fred, is it? Nick Nurse. Nick
Nurse, yeah.
Yeah, he's proven to be a championship level coach already. I think I like that fit a lot.
Yeah, I like that too.
And I think the Toronto fan base will give something similar to the Portland fan base with that like fierce, like we love you thing. That Portland game, I think he'd feed off that type of energy too. So I like Toronto as a fit. Dame's got options, man. And it's also weird how the balance of power is kind of shifting where I see guys going east more than west. Right. Which is gonna be weird for the next decade because the East has always been the lesser brother. Yeah. Yeah, so it's nice to see. I think that's what happens with Dame. This will be interesting to see how this goes, man. I'm here for it. I want to see the Portland fan reaction where they're gonna go on my list of fan bases that I don't like how they behave this offseason.
Yeah.
I don't think, in fairness, I don't think a lot of them are blaming Dame, but I know some of them are for sure. A lot of it's split in the fan base. But I think the logical ones are going at the GM O'Shea because like, yo, O'Shea, what are you doing, bro? Yeah. First off, you've been here too long and you haven't done anything. The only thing he's done well is basically draft Dame and get CJ, right? That's all he's done well. Nothing else around them. So it is a weird situation for them. But, we'll see how they behave. I'll be watching very closely to see if Portland goes on my list of teams I root against for eternity. One thing I do is hold sports grudges, boy.
Yeah.
I'm a very forgiving person in real life. That's the crazy part, Levi.
Yeah.
I'm bad forgiving in real life.
There's got to be a trade-off somewhere.
That's true. I choose sports as the trade-off. People I don't know get the permanence. People I do know. It's cool. It's balanced. It's a fair balance. Thank you for that.
Yeah, it is.
I'm gonna go watch Fast 9 at some point, so I'll have a full review of that. That's just a tidbit for you guys. I'll give you a summary of that.
We'll have to do a Patreon for that.
Yeah, it's definitely a Patreon.
And then just talk about the Fast and Furious saga altogether.
Yeah. They're making 2 more movies, bro.
Well, yeah, I saw they want to go to Jurassic Park and then maybe do a musical.
Out of Jurassic Park. Don't go near. I love Jurassic Park. I don't want that ruined with them. I really don't want them to ruin that.
Well, I mean, they're already going to space, or they've already gone to space now.
This space thing confuses me. I'm like, I'm so scared of that. Saying like, how they could actually be in space for a long time if the car's going to go up really high in the air. I really need to know the difference.
Because I'm trying to think of what would the plot line be for them actually go to space. And it's already ridiculous enough they got a car up in space. I don't think it's got they flew it up attached to a rocket. That's what I saw in the commercial. And then it detaches like a space shuttle. Bro,
the thing with Fast and Furious is that the stuff ain't even funny anymore.
No.
The Tyrese bit is old to me. It's like, Tyrese is scared of everything and Ludacris isn't. Yeah. Okay, I understand that. I understood that 4 movies ago. And you keep going to the well on that. Vin Diesel somehow become a worse actor as the movies have gone on. Like he stopped trying. They keep bringing in wrestlers. It's like, hey, let's get a wrestler. Let's get a whole wrestler for this. This is his long lost brother. The guy who talks about family all the time has a long lost brother, which is really weird.
Yeah.
Like, it's all about family. We don't leave family behind. Hey, here's your long lost brother of 20 years.
Yeah.
So, three people come back from the dead.
Did you listen to Levitar today?
I didn't. Not fully.
Okay. They kind of talked about it today, but
did they? I'm sure. Has Billy seen it?
I can't remember if he has. I think he has.
He's the
he has guy. Actually.
He's the Fast and Furious guy.
Yeah, but he's saving his review. Okay. But Levitar, I think he was explaining he saw an interview with Vin Diesel, and he said, I don't think Vin Diesel, there wasn't anything joking about his demeanor. I think he was fully serious, and he was talking about Fast 9, or pretty much the Fast and Furious saga, as like a holy grail. Like, Americans need this every year, and I'm doing, a due service for everyone. And then he was talking about how he wants to make a musical, a full-fledged Fast and Furious musical. Oh, yeah. And nothing about it was a joke. Yeah.
Because Vin Diesel thinks he can sing, and he can't.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, I forget about that. He thinks he's a good singer, and he can't. Shout out to Vin Diesel for being transracial, by the way. Because my man.
How do you do that?
No one knows what race he is. Do you know what race he is?
Yeah, I guess that's true.
It's a real Derek Jeter situation. It's a real Derek Jeter.
It is.
He just exists. You just get to exist.
Yeah.
Shout out to him for that.
Let everybody else speculate.
Exactly.
It's like a mystery flavored candy. We're not going to tell you what the actual flavor is. We're just going to let you taste it and decide for yourself.
Who was doing that? Was Skittles doing that? Was that Skittles that did the mystery flavor?
Yeah, Skittles did that. Yeah. Like Dumb Suckers did
that. Yeah. The mystery flavor for sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's Airheads. Airheads is the one that did it.
Yeah, the white Airheads. Yeah,
yeah. Airheads is the mystery flavor candy. It just tastes like blue raspberry every time. Like it's just a mystery.
It does.
It's blue raspberry. You make blue raspberry white. Don't lie to me.
It's very good though. The blue raspberry is the best.
Blue raspberry is my least favorite.
Oh, it is.
It's my least favorite Jolly Rancher and my least favorite Airhead. I've learned them in the minority because I was under the impression they put all the blue in the bag because people don't like it, and everybody that's all this about. Like, no, that's the best one.
Yeah.
This is a me problem. Understood. It's officially a me problem. I get it. I get it. Another show news. We are approaching episode 100 according to the Podbean numbers, Levi.
Ooh.
So be on the lookout for major announcements for season 2 of Not the Experts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got anything going on?
It's a very long one season.
It was a super long one season. I was trying to figure out how to say, like, oh, look, it's finally a natural separating point. A natural separating point has come.
COVID season was season 1.
Facts. You got anything you need to announce?
No.
I bet.
I don't think so.
I don't either, actually. I don't either. So yeah, we're gonna wrap this up. Thank you all for listening, paying attention. We will talk to you later.